What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I do appreciate you guys coming back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be working on the 1990 Volkswagen Cabriolet. We are going to be installing the new water pump, the new hoses, the new timing belt, the new belt protectors, everything like that. As always, without starting another video, huge shout out to the boys in Baited Mob. I am on the Baited Mob team. Huge shout out for the merch. I appreciate you guys. I will leave your @ in the description below, but let's get today started. I have been obsessed with strawberry lattes. Oh, look at alfalfa. But I've been obsessed with these lately. So the car's on the jack stands now. The car is jacked up. I did notice that these wheels that the Cabriolet came with are extremely dirty. I'm actually going to use the purple power that we used in the last video from degreasing the engine bay on these wheels, and we're going to try that and see how that works. Let's try it out. Before, a little shot of these wheels. So these are 16-inch wheels. Preferably, if I did build a Cabrio, I would want to run 16-inch wheels again, maybe even 15s. What is going to be very hard is that it's a 4-lug pattern, so it's 4x100. You don't usually see many 4x100 wheels, but we're going to see what we can do. But for now, we're just going to clean these up and make them a little bit better. Wow, you can already see it doing some magic. Alright, we're just gonna let this sit and let's see how it goes in a couple minutes. So we did let the wheel sit for about 5 minutes, and as you guys can see, the purple power went to work. I did not wash it, I did not add water, I didn't brush it or anything. This is just from applying and spraying the purple power on there. So I feel like if I really wanted to, go ahead and scrubbed it and used the hose, which I might do later in the video, depending how far I get with the Cabrio. Let's just huge shout out to Purple Power. You guys can get this from any store, O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Walmart, but it's definitely worth your money's worth. This bottle's like only like $5, so. Alright, so after doing the time lapse of taking everything out the boxes, we have everything that we're going to need for the next couple hours, days, however long it takes us. But here is the paper from Rock Auto. Huge shout out to Rock Auto for everything. We have everything from spark plugs, water pump, the belt protectors. We even went ahead and bought brake pads, the brake kits, the timing components, timing belts, and even the distributor. Alright guys, so what we're currently doing now is putting the new timing belt in. We are on the crankshaft and the camshaft. We had the marked areas on there. That's why you kind of see the purple nail polish, because we had lined them up with the marks on those, and we're putting the new timing belt on. Unfortunately, we cannot put the new timing belt pulley back on because down there we have the motor mount, and yeah, exactly, the motor mount. So to take that pulley off, we would need to lift the motor and put that new one on. But we are not mechanics. Just because we're mechanically inclined does not mean we're mechanics. But huge shout out to the mad scientist working with me today. If it's not the homies, it's family. So like I said earlier, with the markings, we have the purple nail polish. We counted 55 threads from purple to purple to line up with the timing belt. Hopefully we do not mess with the timing, but I definitely think we do have this one unlock. The new timing belt is back on. We have tape holding the sprockets just because we did not want them to move and lose the timing, but we definitely think it's back on. This was a 14mm bolt. We tightened that back up. Always remember to hand tighten. You never want to strip it. Hand tighten before you use your wrenches, socket, anything like that. But we think we did it right. If we didn't, we'll find out when we start. Time to start putting stuff back together. Like I said, we have all the covers like that for the timing belt and the belt protectors and stuff like that. This one seems to match up pretty good. So we have the OT, I don't know if it means original time or OEM time or what does it mean, but we're gonna put the new cover back on and then actually go from there. Boom. Gross. Go ahead and line the new one up. Boom, perfect. So right now what we're doing is tightening the 5mm hex bolt on top of the belt protector, and also we're going to put this cover back on the sprocket, and then over here you have the 5mm bolt, or no, 10mm bolt that's going to go back right into there. So remember, 10's here, 5's up there. So remember, for the 1990 Volkswagen Cabriolet, this is a 8-bolt water pump, and this is where your thermostat's going to go into here. And then you're going to have your 2 radiator hoses on the side, and then 2 bolts for the thermostat, and then it's going to go facing downwards. Before we go any farther, we are going to add Loctite anti-seize to both the threads for the 10mm bolt. What this does is when heat gets to metal expands, and this will cause the threads to intertwine. So this anti-seize is going to be more of like a hook, so if we ever needed to take these out again, that it's going to be an easy unscrewing. So right now, before we put the water pump back in, we are putting red RTV right here. It's a gasket maker, and we're going to put the gasket right back on top. We did try just pre-installing it and seeing how the screws and everything are going to line up, and the O-ring keeps falling out, so we're going to put that in, and then hopefully it's going to keep that sticking there, and we're going to be good. Hand tighten these right here, and let's not forget that these are, make sure that thread's good, and then these are going to be the 13mm bolts. Alright, so we are at a good halfway point. Gonna give you guys kind of an update. We have the new timing belt in. We were not able to put the pulley in, but we have the new timing belt in. The new water pump is in. We have the radiator hose and the flange hose from the block ready to go in. We are putting the water pump bracket right back on right now, and then we have also the belt protector, and then we have the new over here protector as well. Alright boys, so all 3 hose clamps are connected. The one from the radiator, the one to the thermostat, and even the top one from the flange. The water pump is in, the bracket is in. Now it is time to put in the air conditioner compressor. Before we start messing with the air conditioner compressor cable, we did just install the air conditioner compressor. That's where we had the 8mm hex bolts that enters through this side, and it does not have an out, so it just enters through here and then through here, and then we have the hoses that are all connected down there, all ready to go. That's installed, and we're practically almost there. Alright, so he's working the pulleys down there with the crankshaft. I'm installing the alternator. We have the pulley for the alternator here. You have the bolt with the teeth here that rises or lowers your alternator. And then I have the wires down here color coded. We have our ground, and there are 2 electric wires. All those are matched up. So I'm going to tighten this up and then put the pulley cable back on, and then tighten this, and the alternator will be installed. Alright guys, so we did just finish up. We do believe we are done. The alternator is back in. The hoses from the radiator, everything is put back in. The distributor caps put back on. The air conditioner compressor, the alternator, all those cables and pulleys are back together. The battery is now tightened. We're gonna put antifreeze in there because last time, the last video you guys saw, whether I drained it or it was leaking everywhere. So let's put antifreeze in there before we start the car back up. Fingers crossed though. Ooh, yummy. Let's see. Boom. It's gonna need a lot more though. Huge shout out to Starbucks. Moment of truth. Come on. Come on. I haven't started this I haven't started this car in like 3-4 weeks. So there we have it. Timing belt's in, water pump's in, alternator, no leaks. Nothing. Wait. That may just be water. I don't think that's antifreeze. But I think we're good. Alright guys, so I did check out that minor spill. It actually was coolant that I had accidentally dropped when I was filling it with antifreeze. The container with antifreeze, so it was just droplets and there was old residue left over. We're good. We're good. Moral of the story is we're good. So thank you guys for tuning into the series. If you guys did like the series, if you guys learned anything or anything like that, leave a comment down below. I do appreciate it. We do have a lot of work on this car. I do think that I might have a blown piston. That's not really something I don't want to say confidently, but if that's the case, that's either more content for you guys or I really gotta decide what I'm gonna do with this car. But there's no more leaking, water pumps changed, everything's good to go. I do appreciate you guys. But as always, no matter how far you get in life, to always remain humble and always try to make a difference.